guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Magic HQ. This time we have finished the exterior in the last part and we're moving on to the interior. If you haven't seen the first part of this build, then I will link it in the description box, and it'll also have maybe like a card thing in the top right hand corner now, so go watch that. I'll still be waiting when you come back if you haven't seen it already. But anyway, yes, part 2, we're doing the interior. I broke this into 2 parts because I wanted to kind of keep as much footage in for both sides of the build. Normally when I do bigger builds, I end up cutting a lot of the exterior out to try and keep the interior in. I tend not to cut out interior footage apart from maybe the floor plan, the wallpapers, the floors, and bathrooms mostly, but I normally manage to keep in every single other room. Maybe I might cut out a hallway occasionally, but yeah, I normally keep every single bit in, so I want to be able to do that with this video and still have the exterior as well. So that's the very long reason why I did it. But anyway, this room here is, I think in the real life building, is a art gallery. This one, it kind of reminds me like it would be kind of a chapel. There's something about it that's actually different to the rest of the build, and it very much reminds me as if it would be a chapel. So I've kept the same stone that's on the outside and I've brought it onto the inside, and we've got the stone floor as well. So yeah, I thought this would be a great, I suppose this is probably the biggest room in the whole entire build. So I've kind of zoned it off into this middle section here, which is going to be where you're going to practice dueling. You know, you can just take a seat on on those sofas there and just watch while people practice dueling, that kind of stuff. And then also in here we've put this cauldron, so then you can practice your, I suppose, potion making. Yeah, I haven't used these things at all. I was really kind of worried when I came to do this build, because I was like, what do I put in here apart from cauldrons and bookshelves? Like, what is this? There is a lot of seating areas to put things in. That was the one thing, one of the things about the pack, what's it called? Realm of Magic, that's the one, that I was a little bit disappointed about, was the lack of clutter items. Definitely end up using more of vampires, to be quite honest, in this build for clutter than I do Realm of Magic, which is kind of disappointing. There's really isn't any clutter that came with Realm of Magic. So yeah, lots of vampires in this, lots of, was a little bit of Realm of Magic base game. On the exterior, of course, mostly Felixander CC. On the interior, we have my CC. We have a few pieces from Felixander, but actually not a lot, because he doesn't really have any content in this kind of style. So we went more with the kind of more generic looking items that come with the actual, well, in-game items, so base game and vampires and Realm of Magic and stuff. Yeah, those fit in a lot better in this environment. I've done a few pieces from Felix in the interior. I think the only things I've done are probably sofas, I think. I've even used a chandelier from Get Famous for all over the entire build. But some other bits of my own CC, like recolors. No CC plants, I don't think. Or did I? I'm not too sure. But yeah, full list of all of the custom content that I've used will be in my Tumblr post, which is always linked. The first line of the description of every description box has a link to the Tumblr post that has the full list of CC and all that good stuff, and has all of the screenshots for this build, the floor plans, all that stuff are included in the Tumblr post. So I also put a link there to download the tray files as well. Some people just want a one-stop shop, so that's why I include the tray files as well. But yeah, so back to this build. A lot of the wallpapers as well on the inside are base game. I think this one is definitely base game. Very much reminds me of the correct period in time, so I use these. This here is kind of like I decided to turn this into more of an art gallery / corridor, because it's just a long space. You kind of, it's not going to be a regular, it's not just going to be like a sitting room or something. So yeah, I've done that. I do off camera actually change this floor from the wood to the stone that is on the rest of the downstairs. I realised the downstairs all looked really good just having the stone, apart from I think the living room, which you'll see in a little bit, has this wood as well, but the rest of the downstairs has this stone area. I do normally cut out, as I say, with these longer builds, probably hallways, but this one I really want to keep in because we go candle crazy. So yes, don't worry, there are plenty of candles in this build. There are lots of cauldrons, there are lots of candles. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for candle usage. So yeah, this one I was going to put this flower arrangement here that came with, what was it, romantic garden stuff, but then I was like, something about it is a little bit off. So I end up getting rid of that and I swap it out for this statue, and I wanted it to be kind of this one here. It's almost like it's the founder of the school. What? Is it a school? If it's a Magic HQ, is it a school? I'm not too sure. It's just a headquarters, isn't it? Yeah. That was going to be the founder there, and of course we get candles around because any opportunity to do candles, we will take it. And now we're moving on here to the dining room area. I did originally have this just one table. I will end up changing it and putting 2 tables in because I wanted it to be like it was more of a community rather than, hey, this is just someone's house, which it shouldn't really be. So I suppose there's more sitting areas, more dining areas and everything, just because it's meant to be for lots of people. Again, I said there is an issue with deleting the old Magic HQ and the sages don't know where to hang out anymore. I will also in the Tumblr post make sure to link the mod that has I think it does artwork or rugs to attract the sages into their correct areas. Which is actually upstairs. I've put all the sages are upstairs in this build. So yeah, I'll link that in the Tumblr post as well. Makes mental note to remember to do that. Otherwise, But yeah, so this area, I really, really, really do like the way that this ended up being. I don't think I've done a build similar to this at all. I've never done a build like this before, so I was really, really happy with the whole stone floor combo with the balls, how it turns out and everything. And I would love to find a smaller gothic revival build to create. Unfortunately, for some reason, when I look on Pinterest, my eyes are just naturally drawn to larger builds, and then I try and plan out what builds I want to bring to the channel, and I'm like, why did you do this? This is like how many days of non-stop building? What is wrong with you? So yeah, reminding of scheduling, I did put up on the community tab yesterday that I was scheduling the next 6 weeks worth of builds for the channel, and I was looking for your suggestions. I have gone through that and taken out little nuggets out of there for the next 6 weeks, but please do continue to leave suggestions there. I will like your comment once I've taken it, and I'm gonna write all of those down. I have a Trello board. I am so organized right now. I'm on Trello and I've organized the next 6 weeks worth of builds. We even have the reference material linked. I've linked to my hidden secret boards that have all of the content that I need for each build. As I said, I always use reference material. I spent the whole day yesterday planning out the next 6 weeks worth of builds, including I kind of have a guess when the university, maybe I'll get early access and stuff. So I'm kind of trying to plan, but of course I don't know lot sizes. I can't do anything until I know lot sizes. And there has been no university announcement, and I think I think everyone was expecting one on Tuesday. Is that a thing that announcements are done on Tuesday? I'm not too sure. So maybe next Tuesday. So maybe a few more days and it'll be announced. I have no clue. It's just no idea, no insider knowledge whatsoever. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, anyway, back to this build. We're onto the kitchen. I made sure we kind of had the kitchen area, the dining, a sitting area, kind of communal areas. There is going to be a tower which has it's kind of like a guest block and all that stuff. But yeah, again, I've got to say, base game is so versatile when it comes to these kind of builds. I use a lot of base game in there. I know I use a lot of CC as well, but the complement to the CC is normally base game. Base game has this more traditional stuff that's not kind of time specific, so you can kind of put it into many different time period builds. Whereas other packs I think are slightly more specific and they're not so as versatile. But yeah, so I am very much obsessed with the windows in this build. I just think they make the whole entire build, I've got to say. If you don't have Phoenix Enders content, I would say the probably closest alternative would be to use Peacemaker's Vampires add-on, maybe. That is another great set that just makes the windows that came with the vampire pack just a little bit grander. They make them taller, not as tall as this, but it'll be a great alternative if you want to use those. So yeah, just cluttering up this kitchen as per usual. I'm not too sure if you can go to these lots and just start cooking. I think you can in community locks. You can just go, and I don't think it does it charge you? I don't think it does. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyway, the mirror there over the fireplace in the dining room as well is from Harry Potter, which I thought was a nice little touch to add in, keeping it all magic themed. So yeah, this one probably took me, let's think how long. I think I did the interior, when did I do it? I did the interior in 2 parts actually, because yesterday I was meant to finish this build off, but instead I spent the whole day planning, so I didn't do any of the interior yesterday. So the day before that I'd done the downstairs and finished it off, and then so today, which is Friday, I've got up this morning, finished this interior, and we are now doing the voiceover. This is like, we are now a build factory. It's official. I'm actually gonna be going part-time at my regular job, and so I'm gonna be able to focus a little bit more on building the channel and bringing the builds that you guys want. So hopefully I don't ruin myself by doing these huge builds all the time. I've got to say, I'm just constantly looking out for smaller builds, because like I need to be nice to myself just occasionally. I know you guys probably enjoy these huge builds, but they are quite tiring, I must say. Anyway, this room here before we moved on is for Morgan, which is, I don't know what the sages are. I'm gonna search this. Sages Sims 4 Realm of Magic, that's the one. I know that Morgan is I'm going to try and find out what the sages are. Their exact names, you know? I don't know what the 3 different ones are. Please tell me. Please make it easy to find. I know the Morgan... No. This is not easy to find. I'm doing the voiceover. This is way too long. So yeah, there's Morgan. That's the kind of... I think it's the Untamed Arts. And then we have another one that's like the more natural herbal arts thing. It's a guy, yeah. And then there is a woman that is, I don't know what it is, but it's more lighty one. She has like, she's all dressed in white, and then she has she has pinky purple hair. So I've done a room to match her. So this is the one for the more herbal arts, plants, candles, green. I've put these like, what are they called? Crystals? That's the one. Crystals round. Hopefully you can still use the cauldron. I haven't actually tested that. But there are so many cauldrons in this build that you'll be able to find them. I've cut out the footage of doing the hallway outside of this. There's a big grand hallway outside of all of these rooms. I've cut that footage out because more seating area and more cauldrons. I don't think you could probably take it anymore. But out there are more cauldrons for you to use with nothing possibly blocking them, and more seating just in case you didn't have enough seating. I did want to try and put in a fireplace here, but you could see the leaves coming through the wall, so I swapped that out. And again, I managed to fit in a living wall, green wall. What do I call them? I think I call them that. A living wall? Yeah, I managed to fit one in, which any build that I can fit one of those green walls in, I am more than happy. They just make me happy. I wish in real life they really were that great and lush and just in a regular build, but they are not. They're mostly in like community, big, huge builds. So anyway, on to the last build for this sage that I said she's all dressed in white. She's got pink hair. This is very pink and very, very feminine, girly, soft and lovely, which I'm surprisingly okay with, considering I don't normally build like this. So yeah, I do off camera. I put all these things together and then I realised this mat is just a little bit too big for the space. So I size it down and then I shrink everything in. But of course I've cut that out because that would just bore you to death. And yeah, so we use lots of pink in here. Really like kind of aqua colour and blue, very much pastel colours. And I thought the other two sages have like desks in their room, but I feel like she's a little bit more chill, a little bit more, I don't know, yeah, just a little bit more chill, relaxed, slightly less formal. So she's just got a sitting area in her room where she teaches you the dark, not the dark arts, jeez, where she teaches you her form of the arts. So yeah, just a seating area rather than the formal desk, come and talk to me thing. In the other ones we do have desks and chairs. I don't know, you just have to go and kind of talk to them, don't you, to get them to turn you into a spellcaster. Again, as I said, still haven't used the pack. Obviously you guys must be using the pack because you're requesting all these like magic builds. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So I'm glad if you are, but my body is already ready for university. We're getting, it's like what, it's going to be a month, less than a month it should be coming out. And I think one of the suggestions yesterday on the community tab was like, what was it, a speakeasy kind of hidden club? And I was like, that is such a cool idea. So I've got to say, spoiler alert, that's so going to be one of the first university builds. Yeah, that most definitely. I'm going to try and get back to my old ways of doing CC3 for like the first build for university, because I just feel like I show off the pack better doing it like that. It's not that I have to. There are no rules as far as it comes to me showing off packs and early access. I can include as much custom content as I like. It's just personally I want to show you guys it in use. Also, I don't really find it that useful to do build by overviews that much, you know. So yeah, I think you guys would prefer if I just spent my time doing builds. So that's what I'm definitely going to do for university. So yeah, I'm just excited for it all to come. And I'm just still really nervous about what kind of world we're going to be getting with it and the theme of the university, if it's going to be European. If it's not European, don't worry. Definitely definitely going to be doing a European like campus. That's going to be a big build. I'm already nervous now. I think I might do that as a let's build to be nicer to myself. But yeah, because I've said I've planned out my next 6 weeks. I've already got my first build planned out for the new crest overhaul that we're going to be making into Europe. And I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with the first build I'm going to do. It's going to be a let's build as well. But that won't be out till, I think, the end of this month. Yes. So, yeah, exciting times to come. I'm slightly worried about my constant building. I don't think I've ever built this much in my life, but let's get it going. I definitely want to do more apartments or just interiors, because I feel like sometimes I kind of get a little bit tired after doing the exterior, which I actually normally would say that my interiors were my strong point, because I never actually get reference material for my interiors. But by the time I've spent so long doing the exterior and perfecting it, sometimes I'm a little bit like, ugh, when it comes to the interior. So I definitely want to do some regular apartments for San Myshuno. Still hoping that apartments come with the new university world. Please. And as I said before, if they could just give us downloadable apartments to put in other worlds, it'd be great, because I feel like there's apartments in every type of town and city around the world, and why we can't have them in, like, I don't know, Oasis Springs or Willow Creek, I don't know. I want them, please. So yeah, this one we're doing the tower. You saw the living room down on the bottom floor, then the next floor up is the bedroom. This one is the spellcaster. You got a cauldron here, you can make all your potions and stuff. And then the next floor up is going to be a kind of like covered garden area. So it's got like the green grass on the floor, and I've got some planters up there. I do put in some perfect plants from that are all the kind of witch themed ones, the one that came with this pack, Realm of Magic. So all of those plants were up there. And of course, the bonus with that being covered is that they're like applicable all year round, so you don't have to worry about the changing seasons. Doesn't matter what season it is. I didn't know, actually, are seasons a thing in the other realm? I don't even know this. Maybe you guys can let me know. But yeah, I'm putting in the perfect ones. So we are fast approaching the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be back very, very soon. Bye, guys.